if somebody comes and says, I am a uncorrupted, corruption-free person, none of us is willing to accept. That is why whenever election happens, we are looking at their asset declaration column. What is your movable asset? What is your immovable asset?
I don't even have.
What are your liabilities? And then we have a huge laugh. For example,
I don't even have a car in my name.
Yeah.
There are some
There real extreme. For example, Jammu Kashmir, Umar Abdullah has declared that his assets are 50,000 rupees.
My God.
We have the, with D.K. Shivkumar becoming Chief Minister of Karnataka, he becomes the most, let's say, the richest Chief Minister of the country.
He has declared.
His 1,000 plus crores is his declared wealth. Okay.
Only 1,000 plus crores.
So that let us first accept that. Then you have Vijay and Chandrababu Naidu. Okay. So South Chief Ministers are all
1,000 crore.
No, the other two have declared only hundreds of crores of assets.
600.
Okay. The three Chief Ministers with the lowest assets, you have Umar Abdullah 50,000 rupees. Come on, yeah. And there has to be some shame. Please. Right? So this is a joke. I mean, this is a newspaper data. I am not making it up.
Yeah.
Right?
So we speak definitely on proofs only.
Yeah.
Media.
So this is shocking. How much people can make using the governmental system. So they, you look at their declared assets and the income tax that they have paid over the last 2-3 years. This data is very sketchy. Over that period, you have income and you have asset. Your asset just grows unbelievably. No business can generate that kind of profit margin.
Yes.
Right?
There is no poor politician.
Exactly. There are poor politicians, but they don't remain so for long.
Yes.
Except if they are communists. That's the only place where you end up seeing that they continue to be poor.
That too, earlier.
Some of them. Okay, even now,
Not,
some of them. So the whole, the understanding that the people have is that everybody in public will have to be corrupt. So the other thing that happens is even serious people, intellectuals and academicians start saying that corruption is not an issue anymore. Instead, you have to focus on ideology. Everybody is corrupt.
Everybody is corrupt.
So why are you bothered about...
Nothing works without corruption.
Why are you bothered about corruption? Instead, let us look at what is the ideology of this leader vis-a-vis that leader. Let us choose the one who has the right ideology as far as we are concerned. We will ignore their corruption. That's what Dravidian intellectuals have said about their favorite party, DMK.
Okay.
I'm talking about serious articles being written. I'm not making it up. Right? So it's the ideology. Now the new government will have to show that it is possible to have a certain ideology. They are also drawing a lot of inspiration from Dravidian leaders.
Okay.
But are they also going to be anti-corrupt? That is what we have to see. But corruption persists even beyond that. Right? This one point I will talk about and then I'll hand it over to you. Private corruption. I talked about East India Company corruption.
Yes,
that is a private corruption.
Okay.
It's a corporation owned by somebody and they knowingly allow
people to
corruption.
You do business.
Okay. There are many industries. Let us take a restricted area. Let us take Chennai. Okay. Purchase departments and HR departments across the city, many of them are out and out corrupt. Okay. Because they have a lot of leeway. So, for example, even for one of the companies, the largest IT services company of India, just a couple of years back, there was this big scandal where a whole set of top management in the resource management group in that company, they were taking money left, right and center from their vendors who are supplying bodies, the body shopping, right? Saying, I will give you favorable contract. I will procure people from you. Whether I procure from you or from that company, it doesn't matter. I'm asking for Java or .NET or any of the new technologies, let's say, React JS, whatever it is, right? You plow a couple of percentages of 15 to 25% profit margin is there in that. Okay, what is wrong in you giving me some 3, 4, 5%? These are like senior vice presidents in the company. Eventually, it came to light because somebody was a whistleblower, came up with the complaint saying that this happened. They investigated, found many people gave letters. We have all been paying this guy because what do we do? Who do we complain to? And they were all sacked.
Okay.
Okay, this is just an example. It's known rampant. People will come and tell you, I can get people hired in that company. You do all the work. I will enable the contract. You give me so much, right? Same thing is purchase, right? Nobody goes into the consumption purchase as much. Your raw materials, etc., your planning department, you are in a manufacturing segment. There are people who will very, very carefully look at many of the procurements of core things that are required for manufacturing. Whatever your company is all about. But then you buy paper, you buy coffee,
Yes.
you buy a whole range of services. You get food, catering done for your employees. 10 rupee per head. You can mint money, right? And the people, again, in order to win contracts, are ready to give that kind of thing. What kind of food will they provide then?
True.
अस्सी खाने तैयार है ना?
साहब चावल थोड़े कच्चे हैं, फिर से बना दूं?
कच्चे क्यों रह गए?
बड़े बेकार चावल है साहब।
फ्लाइट में सप्लाई करना है, बासमती चावल परोसेंगे। थोड़े कच्चे हैं तो क्या सबको फेंक दूं? इस पर ऐसे भेज दो।
If you take away 10 rupees from food, what oil am I going to use for cooking? Nobody can complain. If the food tastes bad, do you think the HR manager will call you and shout at you?
Yeah.
That fellow will turn around and say, okay, sir, shall I reduce a little bit? No. You do whatever you want.
तेरा क्या हाल है?
वो साहब सांबर में चिपकली गिर गई है।
शर्म नहीं आती तुमको? सांबर में छिपकली गिरने तक तो खुजली कर रहा था। छिपकली गिरी बाहर फेंको। इतने बड़े बर्तन में 2 इंच की छिपकली गिर गई तो कोई नहीं मरेगा। हम क्या यहाँ वुडलैंड्स होटल चला रहे हैं जो रेगुलर कस्टमर्स हमारे आने बंद हो जाएंगे? यहाँ तो भैया साल में 2-4 बार ही कोई ट्रेन में आता जाता है। क्या उनके लिए फिर से बना के नुकसान उठाएंगे? इसी तरह भेज दो, किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा।
But at least act like I am shouting at you, and with a drawn face, you walk out slowly. And I will tell all my people, no,
Don't worry.
I have taken care of him. Food will improve. Just for a few days, give better food, and then you go back to your.
5 पैसे चुराना गलत है ना?
बड़ी गलती तो नहीं है।
5 करोड़ बार 5 पैसे चुराना
बहुत बड़ी गलती लगती है।
5 करोड़ लोग 5 करोड़ बार 5 पैसे चुराए तो
ये तो भयानक गलती होगी।
Right? So this is rampant in private sector. But many people talk about this, particularly communists, the left-leaning people say, corruption is also in private sector. Why are you only blaming government sector? There is a difference. In the private sector, there is a owner or a set of owners. It's their problem. It's not my problem. If one of your employees is doing corruption, the profit meant for you is not coming to you. Setting up a mechanism to root out corruption is your problem, not my problem. Even when I see it, I will just only laugh at you for your inefficiency. But the public corruption, I am the owner now. Whether I hold shares or not is irrelevant.
Immaterial.
If State Bank of India and ICICI, let us take as examples, if ICICI there is corruption scandal, I have to worry myself only if I own the shares of ICICI or I have deposits in ICICI. Otherwise, what is my problem?
Correct.
If it is State Bank of India, even if I don't own the shares or an account in that bank, I have to be worried because any loss will be covered from my tax rupees.
Yes.
You're going to take my money.
Correct. Insurance also doesn't cover, sir.
Yeah.
Fully.
Yeah. So that is why any public company, I am worried. Private company, I will talk about it, write about it, but I am not worried unless I am a shareholder
Okay.
or I have a client relationship.
Okay.
A lot of people raise this point unnecessarily. I ask them, are you a shareholder? If not, go away. Let the shareholders fight it out.
That is why we saw so many benevolent funds,
Right.
funds fail.
Right.
very strong running organizations in chit funds. We have seen.
So it is important for anybody who has a client relationship with them. You are the client. Your deposit is there. You have to verify and check whether they have exemplary management. If not, don't go for them. For 0.5%, 2% extra interest, you go and put money in Rai Beta Benefit Fund or Mylapore Benefit Fund or whatever it is. It will benefit only them, not you.
Not you.
Go for a scheduled bank and at least there are norms that they will follow. And if something really goes wrong, these days RBI ensures that your interests are somehow taken care of. They will merge that bank with some other bank where the shareholder will get affected, but not the deposit holder, right? So you have to be very careful in case of wherever you put your money, you have to be careful. But private corruption exists. Less of my problem, more of somebody else's problem.
So I think it's a very big subject we need to discuss also in elaborate on some sectors. But the average person, average public doesn't even understand that he is paying for it.
Correct.
I will tell you, my own father, he was employed in Western Crompton.
Okay.
When he retired, at that time Malaya took over that company.
Right.
And he invested, all retired people were offered more interest like that.
For
and,
deposits in that.
Yes. He thought, I am not going to get any income after retirement. Right. So some extra benefit is going to, he invested in, I think the name is First Leasing Finance something. Okay. Now, everything gone. My father was totally shaken.
Right.
And he lived an upright life and he thought that he is going to have that few lakhs was too big a money at that time.
Very true, very true.
He nearly collapsed, sir. I have seen that in front of my eyes.
So I always
so many people like that.
So I always advise people that as you get older and older and your income stops and you have to live on your savings and pension that you derive or interest that you get, always go for safe options rather than something that is attractive and carries a lot of risk. Okay. You have to really, put the money in a scheduled bank.
Okay.
Put it in a very, very safe mutual fund.
And also split it.
Split it so that you are not stuck with one or the other. Okay. So you have to be very, very careful and don't go for another 0.5% here, another 2% there. Somebody is giving 8% more. It's not going to really help you. The older you get, the safer you have to be.
Safer you need to be. It is even better to have the cash with you.
No, the cash with you is not going to grow. So that is not a model. You will only eat into the cash and at some point it is going to become zero. So you want your cash to earn the safest manner possible, however little it is. That's what you have to do.
Okay. Sir, what is India is now third position or fourth position in the world as far as the turnover.
The GDP.
GDP is concerned. It is 4.75 trillion.
Yes. Because of the dollar to rupee exchange rate having changed, we have come down a little bit. As of now, we have to do a lot more to reach that spot. Yes.
Okay. What do you assess that our corrupt economy parallelly could be in trillions?
See, predicting that may not help us much. There are some good guesstimates. Something as equal to let us call them as the formal economy
and informal
and then
economy.
the non-formal, informal, including the corrupt economy.
Okay.
It is quite large, but it is coming down because we are formalizing our economy faster and faster, right? Particularly by routing a lot of payments through our banking system. So if you take the JAM account, your UPI payment, it is going through the formal system. Okay. So you are already you have reduced cash dealing substantially. Instead, you are using a cash equivalent online payment system.
Maybe our official figure of GDP is increasing because of that activity.
No, GDP is not coming from there. That estimate is a different approach to that. Lot of businesses are moving towards formalized system.
Formalized.
Okay. GDP estimation involves lot of complex arrangement, lot of measurements, etc. into that. And there are people who think, always in any system, you have people who don't trust the system and they think that we are overestimating. And there are people who are bullish and they say that we are underestimating it.
Okay.
You have academicians who are on either side. You have academicians who say that we are overestimating our GDP, that we are actually struggling economy, we are crumbling economy, there are no jobs. So there are these naysayers. On the other hand, there are other people saying that there is a huge black economy or non-formal economy, and if at all anything, there are too many jobs, not enough people taking up jobs. Our problem is not unemployment but underemployment.
Okay.
So in case of underemployment, people want actually...
Underemployment, can you elaborate a little bit?
I'm going to talk about that.
Yes.
So in underemployment, you actually want to get paid 30-40K. Instead, the job is paying you only 15 to 20K.
Okay.
Right? So the money you are earning is not sufficient
Sufficient to run your life.
to run a basic
Decent.
minimal standard life in a city. In a small town, that money may be okay, but there you are getting only 6 to 8,000. In a village, 6 to 8,000 may be okay, but you are getting only 2,000.
Correct.
There is always this gap. That is because you don't know how to improve your productivity, that somebody is paying you twice the money that you actually need to live. Then you are producing surplus. Right? You don't know that because you don't have the skills and the opportunity is not there, which is why you have migration. But migration is not a solution.
Yes.
In Chennai, you can easily earn, if you are willing to put hard work, you can easily earn 30,000.
So now, sir,
As a Swiggy, Zomato driver.
if somebody is smart and hardworking, he is earning in Swiggy and Zomato easily 48,000 rupees per month.
So you can say 30, 40, it's possible.
10,000 earning per week is not a...
Yeah. However, your quality of life will be affected. You have to be smart enough to start saving the money from day one.
Yes.
Save it sufficiently to build assets and switch. So this is very good for short term. See, for example, you are studying in a college. Your parents cannot support you. By not doing a full-time Swiggy job, Swiggy is an example, it could be Uber Eats, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a freelance earning opportunity.
The gig worker model, you can earn 10 to 15,000 rupees. You have a place to stay, your parents' place.
Yes.
You are now going to college. 3 years you get an education. You may get a job which may give you a lower income, but you don't have to run around in streets. Right? So you are switching. Now, in the absence of something like this, you would not even go to a proper education. You would go out to a construction labor. You will go as a construction labor. You can never come out of that poverty. Right? Here, this gig worker model allows you to come out of poverty. The poverty trap, you can come out of it and move up in hierarchy. Right? So there are opportunities today. Are our youngsters clever enough to make the best use of it is what we have to see.
Yes.
Right? So they may need support, they may need guidance. There's a lot that can be done. There are opportunities galore. People who recognize the opportunity and work towards that are making the most of it. People who are not, are not.
Yeah. Life has totally changed in India where no more hard work pays, smart hard work pays.
Correct. If you ask me at the same time, I'm in a small village. Can I do this? No, not today. Not today. Right? It will take time. That is why migration. Now, that is one of the reasons why we are asking governments not to be corrupt. and invest in infrastructure. If I can, for example, I don't have a place to live in city. I am in Chengalpet. I am in a village near Chengalpet. I can come to the city in the morning, do this work, take a bike on rent, because I can't ride my bike all the way.
Yeah.
I'll take a train, come here, take a bike on rent or keep the bike at one particular place, which I have bought, run through the day. End of the day with my collections, I go home, sleep peacefully because there is a place. Because every villager has a place to sleep.
Correct.
It is a city guy who doesn't have a place to sleep. Now, if the transportation problem is solved, even a Viluppuram person can come and work in Chennai and go back the same day.
Yeah, that is where this Hyperloop, if
You don't even have to go to Hyperloop, sir. If 1 hour, if you can reach there, 1.5 hours you can reach there. Fast trains to connect to key city centers with the local hub and spoke model, I can reach home, have a good meal because my family is ready with meal. I will spend time with them and I sleep there. I will get up fresh in the morning, come here, work, use the cities. The city is a magnet. It draws people. I draw energy from that. I draw money from that. I go back. I build asset.
correct.
But if I am in no position to travel, I'm stuck. Right? You see immigrant workers from West Bengal to Assam to Uttar Pradesh to Odisha and so on come here. They live in shacks.
Yes.
They live in extraordinary poor, surroundings.
Least hygiene,
Yeah.
sanitation.
And they work hard, save money, but invariably they build assets.
in the
They send the money home. They have given an ATM card there. They buy a piece of land. They go for planting season. You will find them not here. You know,
Yeah.
for during.
Yes, when they go for a month or 2 months.
Yes. And when their festivals happen, when their sowing season happens, etc. Right? Our people will have to also be flexible, get the most they can get from cities, get the best education possible, and there are plenty of opportunities to go.
Sir, very nice having you in our studios today, and I only wish I have you frequently. We need to discuss on niche subjects like this. I want to talk to you about the reforms that are most needed. Where to start first about the reforms? We all know the reforms are required. Where to start first? Because today election has taught us his hero worship an asset for this type of political setup. So those subjects we will talk in future, and with your exposure and knowledge, I want my audience to be enlightened with some of the best views, so that we are trying to open their mind like an parachute, which opens on time at the right time, failing which they collapse. So very nice of you, and thank you very much for
Thank
being
you,
at our
Ganesh,
studios, and we will do. I am willing to do frequently.
Absolutely.
And you do help me to enlighten my audience.
Certainly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.